saw that, right? That second is all it takes for everything to go wrong. Hey! Get out of there.
I've been battling COVID symptoms over the last few days, but I remember making a promise to you that I would make more dynamic content that takes the lifestyle approach to dog training and ownership once this account reached 100,000 subscribers, which it has.
Letting him know that the original...
At least the one good thing about dealing with COVID is that my voiceovers might sound really good.
In this clip, you will see the demonstration of exactly what it means.
If I don't eat before interacting with the dogs, I get very stressed out. It's absolutely crucial that before you start doing your interactions, that you eat some food. Take care of the things you need to take care of. Do your emails, do whatever you need to do, because once you start interacting with the dogs, that's going to take 4 or 5 hours of your day. And, you know, before you realize it, it's the afternoon, and then you find that you're struggling. You're hungry, you're stressed out, your brain's foggy, and you're not operating at full capacity.
I smell urine as I walk past Zephyr's crate. Capri is right around the corner, but I know for sure who the culprit is. They have to be patient for just a little while longer.
All right, I'm gonna start dealing with these dogs. First is Zephyr. Ah! Okay. Hey! Sit. Good. Good. Okay. Hey! Zephyr! Pee on that leash. If you pay attention to this area, you can see that someone tried to mark something. See that? Someone tried to mark. Who was it? Huh? People used to ask me why I don't put anything soft in the kennel. It's because sometimes the dog will ruin something good. These are quite expensive, and then you have a dog come in and just pee on it. It's very frustrating. That's why I don't put anything on there. It's just easier to clean if that was the case. Capri usually waits by the door until I give her permission to come back in. There she is. Break. And then Capri gets to eat the food. Morning. Hey! No. Just because the door is open doesn't mean you get to run out. If they're standing up ready to run out of the kennel, that's the energy that they're taking with them out for the rest of that walk. So you have to try to calm them down as much as possible. We're going to start off at a sit or a down. That's the only way that we continue moving, all right? If you don't want to sit, the door closes. We're going to go handle juice box in the meantime, and then we'll come back. See you. Morning. Good. Ah! Good. There we go. Okay.
picked up on the tension between Juicebox and Aurora. Notice how both their tails are flattened, their ears are all the way back. They've had disagreements in the past, but my job here is to teach them to respect each other. Watch what happens when I snap Aurora out of it and I move her away from Juicebox. The tails curl back up, and there are no further issues. I can't say the same for Zephyr. He's initiated a whole new problem for me. Not only did he step on his own excrement, he somehow managed to sit on it and soil his right leg and the leash, which I now have to clean. Perhaps this is my fault for attempting to bring all of them outside at the same time.
No.
Zephyr is human and dog reactive, as you might have seen in previous videos, and simply saying no won't be enough to fix the problem. We've made lots of progress with all of that, but we still have a lot of work to do, which means, while the lady does her morning exercise, I see an active opportunity for training. We're going to play a simple game. Look at the lady, then back at me, if you want the reward in my Dr. Pouchy pack.
Sit. Good. Sit! Okay. You saw that, right? That second is all it takes for everything to go wrong. Hey! Get out of there! Dogs are consistently trying to take advantage of a situation. You can see if I say sit, the dog sits and then they break it. If I allow that to happen, that tells the dog that sit doesn't mean sit. But you have to rule with an iron fist, you have to be steadfast, and you have to be strict when you're dealing with dogs with problems. These are serious problems that if you don't work through, the dog will end up being terrible. People don't like to see this, but this is the reality of dog training. If you want your dog to be calm, to be well behaved, sometimes this is just what it takes. Down. Down. Sit means sit, down means down. All of these commands, when you give them, you don't have to repeat yourself. If the dog breaks the command, you stand up and you go put them back in that place. They have to understand that they're waiting for one command, and that command is your release command. You choose your release command, free, break, okay, makes no difference. But the dog has to understand that under no circumstance do they break their commands until you give them that. But you have to police with an iron fist. And with certain dogs, you just cannot afford to be nice. You can't afford to be gentle. See that? Down. The trick here is that I have all the time in the world. Zephyr doesn't realize this. He thinks, oh, if I just wait a few minutes and break the position, eventually he's going to give up. Nah, bruv. I'm not giving up. I have all the time in the world. I have nowhere to go. When I say down, down means down. It is my duty to reinforce that down until this dog understands that the only way that he breaks his down command is when I release him with my release command. Otherwise, he has to be in that down position. So we're going to stay here, and he's going to get tired of trying to break that command. And that's just the game we're going to play today. Down.
The seconds turned to minutes, which turned to hours and days, and through all of this, Zephyr realized I was indeed the guy, and he couldn't possibly win this battle. So eventually, he just committed to laying on the ground, patient as a crouching tiger, waiting patiently for the release command to be announced.
Okay.